Be quiet with that.
Great. Hi, everyone. Hi, Jessica. How are you?
Hi, good. How are you? Can you be
Good.
quiet?
So I'm just going to do a quick presentation here, and then I'll open it to question and answers and pay attention to whatever people are talking about on Facebook.
How do I put mine on pause
Here,
so you don't hear me?
I muted you. How's that? I understand. Dinner time, kids. I get it. All right. So I'm going to jump right in here with here we go. Okay. So, introduction to LifeWave and the power of the patch. I just wanted to present this to everyone just to give you kind of a quick overview about LifeWave and everything that's happening with LifeWave. So, here we go. Whoop, our button. Okay. So, an introduction. So LifeWave, when someone says LifeWave, it's both the brand and the technology itself. It's kind of a universal term for it. So the patches themselves are this patented technology that are phototherapy. So also called photobiomodulation, but phototherapy is much easier to say, kind of rolls off the tongue. So essentially the patches are made up of these organic crystals that are engineered to return your body's light back to itself, which activates your body's own healing intelligence. So depending on the patch, it depends on what frequency is sent back to the body to spark whichever amino acids or healing the body is requiring based on the patch, because both are a factor. The science itself. It works like acupuncture, and they have found most success with LifeWave placed on acupoints. And that's why a lot of what they say in their booklets, when they provide recommended points, that's where they have found the most success in their trials were on those specific points. So if you put a patch on, you want to, and you're not feeling like you're getting the most out of it, you can try a different spot. And it's the patches are very organic in that manner because everyone is a little different in the way that they're healing. Their energy pathways are working. So one person's might be blocked and one location wouldn't work for them, but another might have that pathway open. So definitely utilize the different points that they're requesting or that they are recommending. LifeWave patches are a class 1 medical device protected by over 100 patents and 80 clinical studies. And all of these studies were done in independent laboratories. So nothing about these patches. There's no drugs, there's no chemicals, there's no stimulants, there's nothing transdermal about them at all. It is patented and manufactured in the United States. So what are stem cells? Stem cells are natural cells. They're cells that can become any cell that the body wants it to be. So the copper peptide, which is what they create, are amino acids. They're a universal regulator. And what that means is that with your body, when your body is making a cell, it has certain DNA codes for each cell. Like one tissue cell is going to have a different code than another tissue cell. So as your body is making these new cells, if it doesn't have the amino acid code that's required to make that cell, your body's just going to kind of pull whatever cells it has. And the beauty of the copper peptide is that it can be any of those cells. So it can create the proper code for the correct cell to go to the right spot for the correct healing, which is why you see such fantastic healing properties with the X39 because of these copper peptides. And as we age, which no one wants to do, but it's inevitable. By 25, we start to decrease with our copper peptides. And so by the time, I believe it's 70, by the time you're 70, you're not making copper peptides anymore. Very few, if you are. So this is definitely has a big impact on clientele that are a little more seasoned in age. X39 is the world's first and only stem cell therapy because it activates and regenerates your own body's younger stem cells. So this is the same procedure that I was recommended from my orthopedic, where I could go get a blood draw. They would centrifuge my cells. They would draw the stem cells out and then inject them into my knee. And then I came across this at the same time, and I said, well, why? This is great. I'll just make my own. Why do I need to pay thousands of dollars to have someone inject my own when I can just make them? So this was really a no-brainer for me. It resonated with me instantly. So this one-of-a-kind therapy that activates these amazing copper peptides is not only affordable, but it's ethical and requires no injections. There are no drugs. So what does this cell do? What is so great about it? It reduces inflammation and pain. It supports wound healing, old and new. So watch, if you do start, make sure you're taking pictures of not only your face and you, front and side, we've learned recently, but you want to take pictures of, I mean, anything skin related, eczema, rashes, scars, spider veins, anything that you want to say, hey, could there be a change in this in my 3-month challenge, right? So then you have your skin remodeling. So it's going to improve scars and reduce scars. It will also increase your energy and vitality. And this is doing this at a cellular level. So it's not a cup of coffee. It's not going to dwindle as the day goes on. As your body starts to establish and reach this homeostasis, the energy you're going to have is, you're really going to be blown away by it. I'm not going to lie. So the improved quality of sleep, restorative sleep, while it does this, I unfortunately have not had the pleasure of really grasping that because I have 2 little ones. So hopefully someday I will get to where that I agree with that statement. I'm sure I will. It does enhance sports performance, provides faster recovery from exercise, especially for people over 50. It improves cognition, brain health, short-term memory. It reduces brain fog. Absolutely. Improves your vascular health, decreases blood pressure, reduces your blood pressure, and it also provides age reversal. And this says for more than 4,000 of our gene expressions to a younger state. That's amazing. So here are just some quick before and afters as people go through the wound healing process on, you know, the days that they had and the pictures that they took while they were healing. So this was very beneficial for us in our household recently, and I can't wait till I maybe have some before and afters to show if I'm allowed. There's a crazy snowboarding accident. 5 days later, the guy looks barely scraped. And for those that are seasoned of age that have a fall, depending on the medications they are on, if they hit their head or hit something on their head, the trauma, the blood that pools is just, if you don't have someone elderly in your life that you're taking care of, that it can be very, very, it can be hard. It can be hard to watch, you know, as they might just have a little hit and then the whole eye can end up with a pool of blood under here just because of they're older and their blood's thinner. They might be on blood thinners. So this is amazing. I love this guy's testimony. For age reversal, here are 2 different age reversal. Well, the first one's more age reversal. The second one, they're talking more about the skin remodeling. You know, she's showing a specific part of her face that she was really noting as she was going through her time on X39. So we have X39 and they also have X49. So I started on just X39 for the first, I'd say maybe 3 weeks, and I added X49 in just about shy of a month later. And from this, it supports protection from 5G, which I know some people have concerns about. And the synergistic quality of the both of them are just fantastic. So I don't want to get into too much about this because we're kind of just talking about X39, but I'm happy to talk about the 49 and the synergistic properties of that. Please feel free to comment below. These are a few of the patches, excuse me, that they have. The energy enhancer I've used, it's fantastic. I can go do yard work for all day and not bat an eyelash. LifeWave I find a little bit more complex. It does work, but there is a process to it in terms of having 2 patches that you use a clockwise testing mechanism to really work with someone with their pain. So someone should really know, and you should help someone with the LifeWave if they're going to do LifeWave so that they have the proper placement of it. Silent nights. My family loves it. They put it on their third eye and they give it a little tap and they're all asleep. I'm not. Well, not all night. So Eon, I'm finding, is amazing for inflammation. I've got friends that have had tooth problems recently, and the Eon just nipped that pain. And then they had the tooth fixed, and now the Eon's not working because there's no more inflammation. So now it's true pain. So it's more of the LifeWave that she would be leaning on now. The antioxidant and detox for glutathione. It's a great one, especially before our winter season coming up. And carnosine. I have really enjoyed having carnosine at night. It's just something that's kind of resonated with me. And again, you can be very organic with these patches. That is individualized. So feel free to please test them, try them, see how they work with you, keep a journal of how they work. And then on to my favorite, Nirvana. I think Nirvana, everybody should have a little Nirvana in their life. It is a patch that just, you can't help but feel wonderful when you have a Nirvana patch on. I'm just not lying. Alavita, I have not tried. There are some great testimonies out there, and I'm happy to share those with anyone who's interested in specifically in that product. Also, let's not forget our furry friends. You can patch your animals, and we do cater to the equine community. We have a whole line of patches for horses. It's called AccuLife, and it's made for horses. They have a whole patching guide for the horses, and there's even a video of Horses Don't Lie, which is fantastic. If you haven't seen it and you're interested in this product for horses, you should definitely ask someone about this, someone that you know that sells LifeWave. Sports, people that want to push their bodies to the limits are finding these patches and they use them, and there's no going back. There's nothing like competing when you have LifeWave. David Schmidt, the founder and CEO, he established LifeWave back in 2004. And he has continued to challenge himself from that point on. So he started with energy enhancer. And so here we are in 2022, and now he's got all of these products out, and X39 being the big game changer for him. And that came out in 2018. And this company is just exploding because word is getting out there. I mean, it's amazing to patch someone. So there's 4 ways. If someone's interested in learning to be in the business aspect of it, there's 4 ways to learn for LifeWave. You can make retail commissions. You can receive a product introductory bonus, and that's when someone signs up under you or sponsors you. You sponsor a brand partner. There are binary cycles and bonus cycles, binary cycle bonuses. And then there's the matching bonuses. And a lot of these are really going to be dependent on not only where you stand, if you have a title or not. So if you want to know more about this, happy to share with whatever other information that comes with that. So the future of medicine is in light therapy, and stem cells are the big thing right now. And people are paying thousands and tens of thousands of dollars for stem cells. And we have stem cells for you, your own stem cells, no less. Nothing from an animal, nothing from something else. They're yours. We're just activating your body's stem cells. So this will be known as the healing company of the future. I thoroughly believe that. And I think everyone should patch and see if it works for them. And if it doesn't, because it might not work for everyone, depending on your sensitivity, your symptoms. There are so many factors into this, but I think it's worth a try. You got nothing to lose. So lastly, if you are interested in X39, I highly recommend going to startx39.com and checking out this website. It's a fantastic site that has a lot of resources, videos, going over a lot of what I did. You might see some other testimonies. You can look at different products. And if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask. I am here to help you understand. I'm here to help you learn. I love the patches. And Jessica just started using the patches recently, and she's loving them. I have another person coming on a little later. And so, Jessica, you ready? You want to tell us your story? You ready? Yeah? All right. I'm going to unmute you. Oh. Hey, there you go.
I have a lot of, I don't know how many people are on, so hello. I'm a hairstylist, and I was having severe neck pain for a while. And so I started going back to college because I was like, I'm going to definitely have to change this career. I also microblade, and it's kind of the same engaged muscles and, neck issues as well. I stand on my feet all day. I think that accompanies all of that as well. Andrea so kindly gave me 3 patches. I started with Nirvana, and in the past, I've also had depression. I had really bad postpartum after I had my child at 40. So the Nirvana I found was just amazing. Like I felt the best I had felt in a long, long time. Just energetic, happy, and people were like, "What's going on with you?" I was like, "Nothing." Like they're like, "What? There's something wrong with you because you're so happy," And I was like, "No." But as the day continued, and I realized, I was like, I sat down at 5 o'clock that night or 6, and I was like, God, this pitch is just so great. And I remember texting Andrea and saying, thank you, whatever. So then the next day I tried the energy, which I found I'm pretty high energy anyway. And I found it to be good. Then the next day, which was yesterday, I did the X39. Now, I don't have a receptionist right now. She's in the Dominican, and the other coworker of mine that works with me, she was in North Carolina. So I was all alone. I painted basically all of the salon, which is 1,800 square feet. I've cleaned out, I don't know, probably 4 like cabinets of filing cabinets. I cleaned out half of my garage. I did some caulking, and I did weeding and things like
my house.
Yeah, I know. I was like, I felt like a 20-year-old. And so I was telling this woman in my chair, who I sent the link that Andrea gave me and or sent to me. I sent it to her. She's going to show it to her doctor. I just told another friend about it, but I was like, you should look it up. It's X39. I'll give you a patch. That's just what I told them. So my experience has only been euphoric so far. And today was the first day I didn't have a patch, and I woke up foggy. I woke up exhausted. I woke up through the day. I was sluggish. I'm excited talking about it, but honestly, it's 7:30 right now, and I'm probably going to go to bed by 8 with my son, 8:30. I can't wait to, hi Scotty. I can't wait to get my patches.
Right?
I ordered them the other night. I just can't wait to share them with others too.
I know.
Because
but wait, before you change, the health tracker, right? I told you about the health tracker. Don't forget about that. It's a very important tool, because what that does is that breaks down into 2 different categories and asks you all kinds of questions. So it's going to say, on a 0 to 10, how is this? How do you feel about this? How do you feel about that? And now the health tracker itself goes before you start. It does 24 48, a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, something like that. I mean, you could even do it as simple as, 7 days. Print out a couple copies. I think I've got someone behind me. You can print out,
Oh, I've got some.
yeah, right.
If you can
You can print out 7 days.
Oh, no.
And then you could
okay.
just, print it out again. So customize it for what you want. Just keep printing them out.
Put it on your phone.
Okay.
There. So, bye. Go play with
I
Dad
do
now.
the same thing. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm
My hair.
So,
No, we're not saying back.
hello.
All right. I'll print out the tracker. I'll do that.
Yes.
Like I logged how I felt today. Once I get the patch, so I'll be off them a week till I get my patches, which I'm going to do the tracker. Then I'm going to start the logging of the patches and what ones I do. And so I'll take a look at that. Thank you for reminding me about that. That's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. And look who's joined us. Hi.
Oh, yes.
Andrea.
Oh, yes.
Hi.
Oh, yes. Hello. Hi, Scotty.
Oh, hi.
So,
I'm in my
Andrea,
car.
tell us your story.
Well,
I mean,
Just
I
three of
know
us?
it, but just for, short purposes, tell us your story. Recap for us.
okay. So really quick, I've been having knee problems and Jessica knows about them because I come in to get my hair done and she's like a therapist too. So she hears everybody's problems. There must be a patch for that. But anyways, she saw how much you I think Jessica, you remember me, you
Oh.
talked about going to Buddy.
She
And I
couldn't
could-
even move. She couldn't
Yeah,
even
no.
move.
It's amazing. It's like the first thing I've done out of anything that has worked so good. And today I put on an energy patch and I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Oh.
I think everybody's a little bit different. So it's
Mhm.
you just kind of like a little trial and error in the beginning.
Yeah. Oh,
But
for
I
sure.
didn't really feel like I needed with the X39 energy patch, but I found that it made me like I could say what I wanted with a lot of energy without being a jerk. Sorry,
Yeah.
I had derated. And it's just so I combined it today for the
These are
first time, and I
kitty
gave
cats.
somebody, I gave one to Bella. I got to ask her how she made out because she was really tired and she had to go to dance and karate. So I've got to text her and see how she made out.
Nice.
And I put it on her, so she was like, "Yeah,
I
sure,
go in karate.
karate."
I got a new
So,
belt.
Good.
so I'm like, Jessica's on. I gotta fix my hair.
Oh, please look at me. I look a wreck. I
No,
can't
I
wait
was
for
in
the
the shop
face
today.
stuff.
I was in the shop today. So, anyways, I think Jessica. Is this 3 of us here?
Yeah, I think there's some people on Facebook. I'm trying to figure that out right now.
Okay, so
Oh.
then you want me to tell my story because I didn't want to be redundant
Well,
for people.
No, I mean,
No, you're fine. I like the story
Okay.
because I saw it. I
It's a
actually
great
saw it.
story. I'm talking 4 orthopedics because a lot of them just dismissed me and said, this is kind of like how you want to live your life. The pain management told me take 3,000 milligrams of Advil a day plus 1,000 milligrams of Tylenol, and that's all we can do for you.
Oh,
And I felt like cattle kind of going through these places. Now the 4th ortho, I feel like, they had some cool treatments, very expensive cool. And I think you, Katie, you're familiar with that because they told you the same thing.
Yeah.
So the stem cell thing is what they got me intrigued on what this was, because they told me that they would take my stem cells from my hip because that's where most of your stem cells apparently are. Which is interesting. Maybe we should patch our ass.
Yeah.
If your stem cells, I'm just thinking this right now. So, that's kind of what it was like this thing that I was like, oh, your stems. I'm like, And then I saw Katie's thing, and I didn't really hesitate. I just more like, I'm like, in the beginning, I was like, oh, I don't want to bother her, because that's where I am. Now I don't care. I'm using my patches, and I gotta tell you, the clarity that I feel now is amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. It's like,
Did you patch Pete yet?
what's that?
Did you patch Pete yet?
Yeah, Pete's getting patched. He's
Good.
patching, but he's like, I think, I don't know. He must have like an overload of mental stem cells, but I'm gonna put the energy on him tomorrow because I think that he was sick this week, so.
Oh.
I didn't want to energize him, but I don't know if he patched today because we were kind of arguing. I didn't care about him today. And that's how good I feel about it. See what the X39 does to me? It get like snacky. So I'm sorry.
That's-
I'm sorry. I'm so like, I have a teenager now, so I'm not G-rated anymore.
So wait. So, all right. So we're gonna hold on. We're bringing it back in. So we've got Andrea that's had a lot of knee pain over the time, the course of years.
Yeah.
That has found relief. We have Jessica with neck pain from career that has found repetitive motion that's found a lot of relief from this. So
Definitely.
both these girls are early in their journey, and I am so excited to follow you guys as you continue, because the patches are so fluid and organic, and everybody is different. And this is what I do love about them. So just for example, you know, watching testimonies and doing different things online with people in Zooms, I was listening to one that this woman who's been patching for a while, X39, walking down the beach with her family. And her hip suddenly hurt. And instinctively, she just took the patch off the back of her neck, put it on her hip. Few minutes, pain went away, and she kept walking down the beach with her family. So don't think you have to only wear it in the one spot. Please feel free to use it in those spots of pain. Now, Jessica, you're convenient for you because that's where your pain is.
Yeah, I put it right there. Yeah.
On the C7. So for everyone, the C7, that's when you put your neck over, you bend your head down, and you put that right there at that bump that sticks out. That's your C7. So you put that right on the C7. And notice I don't have a patch today.
Oh, that's helpful.
Yes. Put
So
your head
yeah,
down. Yep,
so
put your
and
head
I
down.
find that the C7 is all across the board a great spot to put it. It really is. I mean,
It is.
does. I got up this morning to go to the bathroom because that's what you do first thing in the morning. And I got up and I went to the bathroom and I crawled back into bed. And I had put my Nirvana patch on overnight. And I realized I just got up and went to the bathroom, like without having to like, it was just awful. I wish I could record me getting up in the morning, going to the bathroom. It was a struggle. And I went and I forgot about that. It was so good. And I was the
Right.
first day in a long time that I just like, I'm going to get up and get some stuff done and I'm going to go. I was like, okay, my bed will be here again tonight. I got stuff to do. And it was really nice. So I think I'll Nirvana up again tonight.
Oh, that's a good one. I've been doing Eon at night.
Well, I don't have that yet. So I think everyone knew, but I think that's like, I have a girl she just found out today her son is diagnosed as ADD. They're going to an alternative route for that. So I didn't know if there was like what patches would be recommended for like younger kids and, early on. I don't know, Katie, if you're.
Yeah, I do. And I do. I want to talk to you about that because I have some more experiences with that. I don't want to broadcast that, but I do have some information for you on that. And I can tell you
okay, sorry.
on that.
Gotcha.
So just to kind of wrap up on here for everyone tuning in, we have 2 more new people that are coming on ready for LifeWave and ready to share it with the world because this patch is amazing. And the things that it's done for my family in the last, actually, it's been a month for them. My mom looks fantastic.
I saw the pictures.
I want to see them before
share
and
them.
after.
I know.
I want to see them.
I'm not allowed to share them yet. I'm hoping to convince her if we redo them again in December, maybe.
Oh.
I can tell you though,
I can
I
show
saw
them,
and
but I cannot share
was
them.
like, you see testimonials of people you don't know, but I saw somebody I know and I was like, are you kidding me? Like, to boot. It's just like, okay, I'll take it.
And you guys know my dad and his mobility issues that he struggled with throughout the recent decades. And he's been really hard for him to get around. So the fact that my father has more mobility, he is doing things, in my eyes, it seems like easier. Now my dad's gonna be like, but my mom notices, and that's a good marker for him. And this is again why the health tracker is so important, because once you start feeling good, you just forget how much it hurt before. Andrea, honestly, I don't think you and I will ever forget because it was just, Jessica, you might not either. I mean, it's just.
Well, Jessica brought up a point today. She said everybody has some sort of pain.
Yes, agreed.
And And I think that like like I said, like when I got up to go to the bathroom this morning, I was fine. I didn't realize that I was so good. Maybe like your dad is probably, he's not complaining about it, you know?
No.
So,
And even someone that I'm patching that's in her 90s, she's had more better days than not. So we'll just leave it at that. She's not using as much pain cream as she once was for at least one day. I'll take it because I'm praying for her because I'm so excited for her. I'm excited for my parents. I'm excited for everyone that puts these patches on. I can't tell you. They've changed my world. They've changed my life. And I can't say enough good things about them. So thank you both for coming on. I'm so excited. So this is going to be on I'm put it on the group, the Let's Get Patched group. And you guys can feel free to share it. I'll send it to you too and share it away with whoever you want to share it with so they can hear our testimony. They can see the little blurb I did at the beginning explaining the stem cells and what the whole LifeWave is about. So I'm just so excited for all of us. And
thank you.
We'll see you all ladies soon, I hope.
Okay.
All right. Take care, everybody.
All right. Bye-bye.